Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another 2-Minute Tuesday. Today, I want to talk about a piece of customization that we can do on the header of a form to kind of change the way it works. So let me navigate first to a form. Let's just pick the account entity, for example, and open any account record, doesn't matter. As you know, right now, the header, essentially, you can put fields up here in the header. And if you want to modify them, for example, notice that are kind of read-only. If you want to modify them, you have to open this thing right here. This thing right here is called the flyout. So you open the flyout, and then you can modify whatever information is on those fields. Now, for some customers, especially if you're coming from an older version of Dynamics 365, you may not like the fact that you have to open the flyout in order to modify the information. And I want to show you how you can set it back to the classic way, to the way it was before, when you can modify the information without having to fly that out, without having to open this out. So I'm going to show you how you can modify it right there on the field. So let's start the countdown and let's go. So first, we're going to navigate into make.powerapps.com to go to our Power Apps Maker. I'm going to go ahead and open the data section there, go to tables, which essentially is going to load all of our entities. As you know, every entity is represented by a table on the Dataverse or CDS or CRM database, if you want to call it. So many names. So I'm going to click on the account entity, and which is going to load all of the things that we have within the account entity, including, the forms, which is what we're going to modify. So I'm going to go to the form, and we're going to click on the account form to open our form editor. And it's super simple. As soon as we open the form, or the form editor in this case, we're going to click on the header just in the middle. Don't click on the fields, just in the middle of the header. And there you have two options. So all you have to do is turn off this option called high density. So as soon as I do that, I'm going to go ahead and save and publish by just clicking on this publish button. And obviously, it's going to take a few seconds depending on how complex your form is and all of that. And plus, this is a pretty major change to the way the form operates. I mean, you're changing the way the form works out of the box. And you are essentially saying, look, I don't want you to work with a flyout anymore or all of that read-only stuff. I want to be able to edit it. So let's go back here and refresh the page so we can see the change. And there you go. Now you're back to the classic form where you can actually, well, that's not going to work because it's annual revenue, but the point is now you can edit the information right on the header the way it used to be before we were switched to the unified interface and the new high density header. So if you want that change, I hope you enjoyed the tip this week, and we'll see you next week.